So in today's episode, we get to speak to the lovely Victoria. I obviously personally know Victoria very well, but obviously a lot of the audience don't. She's got an amazing inspirational story. So if you're looking for that little bit of wisdom, that little bit of inspiration, and just a light-hearted conversation, which is very uplifting. Like, I took a lot away from this person, even knowing Victoria, and somebody that has been here, has done a lot through their life, and now at a later stage in the life, obviously she's not ancient, but you really do pick up some key points and lessons from her personal journey. So please give it a listen. If there's anyone you feel that would resonate with the messages that Victoria shares through her story, then please share on to friends. That would be greatly appreciated. This is definitely an episode to grab your coffee, sit back and relax. So welcome, Victoria, to the Blank Canvas podcast. Obviously, I know you very, very well, but obviously a lot of people don't know you. So obviously, if you want to introduce yourself, tell them a little tiny bit about maybe where you are at the moment, and then we can dive deeply into your... What's the
colourful life?
A very colourful life, because I think you've had an absolutely amazing life. And let's go from there.
Okay, so my name's Victoria. I'm currently working in a law firm, which is something I didn't think I'd be doing, but I am. And the reason why it came about is because I was working on an allotment and it was freezing cold.
Yeah.
And I was digging trenches for potatoes and fixing, it was basically labour work. And, Britain hasn't got the best weather. So I just went home and went, I can't do this anymore. I need to be in the warmth. So, so I applied as a receptionist, and I was like that, oh, look at me sitting here all warm and cosy. And also I was self-employed because I used to do the colonics as well in the detox clinic. Mm. And I thought I was still doing the colonics for a while, and then I thought I want my weekends as well, because I'm working Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. I need the weekends. So then I stopped doing that. So it was like a complete change. But it was nice to be paid for the holidays.
Yeah.
Because with being self-employed, and the year before I'd had that time off doing the communio, and I got home and went, oh God, it's the end of the month. What have I got in the bank? Yeah. So it's lovely to have the holidays, and I do meet nice people. And it's also interesting to hear, the calls are all different because I work in each department. So it's
so you cover every different aspect.
So we do conveyancing, crime, family, litigation. So I learn a lot as well. I've learned a lot since I've been there.
Yeah. And I think you're one that likes to learn.
Yeah. I don't know whether it's being nosy or liking to learn. It's a bit of both.
Nosy, like to learn, not sure, bit of both.
Yeah, because when you're intrigued, you're like, oh, how do you do that? And it's, And
we're probably similar like that, to be honest. Yeah, I think we are a bit similar like that, but I've never looked at it like a bit nosy. I like to learn. Now I'm going to say, actually, no, I like to be nosy, because my mum used to say that to me, that I love to learn. Like she said, if you could go to university for free and constantly learn something new, you would, and I probably would. But maybe, there's an element of isn't it? Being a bit nosy. But
it's so my son recently. So I got my BA pension recently, well, part of it.
Oh, okay.
And so I was I'm in a lucky position to be able to give him a deposit for his first house.
Oh, wow, amazing. Yeah. Eldest or youngest?
Part of. Eldest.
Oh, amazing.
Because he's first time buy a house for 300,000, just...
Oh, I do? Wow, is that what the average... Wow.
Well, that's what he's buying. So I helped him towards the deposit with that. So in my work... the land registry didn't have I don't know why I'm telling you this.
It's all right.
So the land registry didn't have the freehold.
Oh.
So thankfully, because I work in where I work, I was straight over to, who does land registry? Somebody needs to help me. And there's a earth angel called Mel who works in MSB. She's amazing. Everyone will agree. She kindly looked into it and got it sorted for me so that, because... when you go for a remortgage, unless you do it, you don't know. And I was like, no. What do you mean you haven't got it? I paid for that in 2017.
And that's it. Sometimes you don't know, and you wasn't. And that's the thing. At least obviously, as you say, she was an angel and helped to sort it out for you.
So when you go to do something, you don't realise Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
amazing. With you saying obviously BA, some people might not know what that is. So do you want to
right.
obviously allude to
yes.
what,
So
BA was and take us back to that time?
I used to work for British Airways. I started my flying career in the Isle of Man on the little Shed 360s. They're the tiny ones, if you don't know what they are.
Yeah.
Used to get bruises all over my legs, sweets
really?
flying high. Because it was really, it's so small.
Oh my God. Like how small are we talking?
36 passengers.
Oh, wow, okay.
So you had one aisle with just one passenger and then two on the other side. So we'd literally give the sweets out and then you do bar sit. It was like 20 minutes to Liverpool and you're like, no, you can't have a cup of tea. Sorry, love.
You're up and you're down.
Yeah. So I started off at Manx and then I worked for Japan Airlines for 3 years.
Oh, wow, amazing. What was that like?
So they had a 5-year contract. So I was a national. So so we had nationals in each so there was down the back, economy, club class and then first class.
Oh,
so you had one in
nice.
each one. So I was a gaijin, which is like a foreigner. But yeah, it was really interesting. Loved Japan. Absolutely loved it. But it was only a 5-year contract. So 3 years into it, I started to panic and that's when I applied for BA. But yeah, I'd love to go back to Japan to see the difference. My friends went back, so we keep in touch. We've got like this group, gel group.
That's amazing.
A couple of my friends have been back and they said it's so different when you go back because we were tired and we were partying, I first got into my yoga really because they had done like a different type of chi yoga.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a lot of tapping your body and getting the chi balance in your body.
Yeah.
For jet lag. Because the second night it was just like bing, you're wide awake and you're like, oh God. You either go out and party or you sort of, if you wanted to try and ground, you do something. Well, I found the holistic route and that's when I first got into sort of meditation and trying to sleep with lavender.
All the woo-woo
Without
stuff.
wine,
Yeah.
There's only so
It's
much
lavender
wine
or is it wine? Oh, it's a bit of a difficult choice.
So the problem is if you have the wine, you have a really bad sleep. And so you do that when you first stop, then you learn rather quickly. That's not a great idea.
Well, you were only young, wasn't you?
God,
so you can't.
I was only 21.
Oh, wow. I still say I'm 21, say that all the time.
Sorry,
Yeah, I mean, we are still...
born years, but
Yeah.
mentally I'm still there.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
So did you, obviously working for a Japanese airline, did you have to learn the language? Like, I mean, it sounds,
Hi,
oh my God, you can actually... Well, I say, konnichiwa, that's all I know. Yeah, that's all I know.
Anonymoni wa kaga desu ka? Would you like? I probably said that really bad because I haven't said it for that many years. I mean, you're going back a long time, but basically, do you want to drink?
Oh, wow.
So we had exams every year. The training was really intense and we had exams every year and we'd all be like, oh my God. Because you literally, all you knew was, do you want to drink? Would you like a hot towel?
Yeah.
Do you want a newspaper? And basic things like that. And but when you had your exam, you had to go into it. So you were like, oh God, I need to brush up on my Japanese. So yeah.
Oh wow. That's amazing though to have a career in flying and then learning a language in addition to that, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's quite a cool thing. I mean, I was talking about languages actually before to Steve, the producer, saying like, I just like think I'm French sometimes. I'm like, bonjour. Yeah. But I just know hello and goodbye in most languages. That's it. Yeah. Like I don't know anything else really, but it's good that obviously you can still string a sentence. Yeah. And Japan is amazing. It's one on my list. I've not obviously been, but it's the blossom trees that I'd love. That's
Ueno Park. And it's the culture as well. So there's a different culture. So when I used to fly for Manx Airlines, the trolleys, I used to like push it in with my feet and they're like, no, you can't do that because it's really, you don't use your feet, you've got bent down so, your leg exercises were better. But, and you know how to, they're just very humble people. So you had to learn the culture as well. Yeah. When to do things and when not to do things and they are, you had to serve things correctly.
Yeah, like in a certain manner and stuff like that. Because they are very like gracious.
Yes.
I do, that's what I would expect. Yeah, I feel like they are very gracious, sort of like soft people. They're not like...
Well, you've seen them at the football matches and they're tidying up after everybody. It's like, that's just the way. In the schools, they learn to... do their dishes and clean up after them.
Yeah, I've seen things on that, like where they learn all of that, and then they do a lot of meditation, don't they? The children and things like it's like a daily practice, which definitely think they should bring that into our schools.
Gosh,
it changed so many things for sure. Obviously, Japan Airlines, and you've obviously gone on to BA.
Yeah.
I mean, I can imagine what was the main things that was different there.
So culturally, and also we get treated differently as crew as well, because we were the foreigners. So you got a really good, like a really big bond. I'm not saying you didn't as much with BA, but because we were the only ones,
Yeah.
it was. I felt like the bond was, you know, a bit tighter on
Yeah.
them. And then I went to British Airways long haul, but we went to more places because we went to the same sort of. Although we did, you know, go to Australia, New Zealand,
Yeah.
as far as that, it was more. I covered more long haul out of Heathrow with British Airways. Again, I still know people who work for British Airways. It's one of those. It's one of those careers that you know, when you're spending a week with somebody, it's like you've just gone on holiday with somebody.
Yeah.
You know, when you get time off, especially. So I was in Hong Kong for the handover as well.
Oh, wow, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that on the telly.
So the people that we were there, we had extra longer trips, and you know, you'd done all. You see all these things, and yeah, I have been very, very lucky because you get paid to do it as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, you get paid to travel. Where's the best place you've ever been? Your favourite place?
A really hard
I
one.
know, because you are the travel. You definitely travel more than me, for sure.
So I've decided it's not so much the place, although places blow you away, it's the people.
Yeah.
So I go back to places now because of the people. And I always like to go somewhere and go with a native person that's from there.
Yeah.
Because it's a completely different experience than when you go on a jolly and you're like, oh, and this is this, you know, get taken around. When you go to somebody's house. So next couple of places I'm going, because I mentioned about Costa Rica. So my friend I met, so I was in Miss World. So in 1988. And there's a few of us that have because we used to have telephones in those days and people moved house. So you lose people's numbers. You didn't have like emails and stuff because I was that young. So it's great that we've got together again. And so she lives in Costa Rica and she runs a retreat.
Wow.
But I'm not going to do the retreat. She said it's not work. I'm going to go to a house on the beach and take me around the mountains. So you get taken around by people who live there.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to Morocco, and my sister married a Moroccan guy years ago. She has a grown-up daughter now, so she's going to come over in the summer. But again, when I go to Morocco, he'll take us to his house, and you know, you have traditional. So it's nice to go to places for the people, not just the place. I find when I go to somewhere and you're just going to the place, I'm like, I want to get down with all the locals.
Yeah. Where the locals
Where do the locals go? But then it can be quite dangerous.
I was going to say, yes,
So,
depending where you're going, Vic, like it's a bit like, oh, it's a bit ropey, you've got to be a bit careful, yeah.
So we went to, I've got family in Durban, and it's my dad's new wife's brother. Yeah. So he works in the fire brigade. So he took me out in his fire engine to the places that you shouldn't really go to. Do you know, like things like that in South Africa?
I bet that'd be interesting.
Yeah,
like,
but I would never have gone there otherwise. I just wouldn't
yeah.
have dreamt to go into those places.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
So it's the people, I think, or you know, the knowing people there.
So what's the number one then? Place. You've been to so many places.
Yeah, it's hard.
So it is probably hard.
Probably one that's just popped into my head is Holy Island, which is near Kuala Lumpur.
Okay.
So you get to KL and then you go off to another island called Holy Island, and it's beautiful.
Is it?
And there's not many. I think there's about 7 like chalets type of thing there.
Yeah, I've heard of this island, to be honest, because I've been to KL myself. I've been many, many, many moons ago. We only went to, obviously, KL, and we didn't go to anywhere else. It was a 3-day layover going to Australia, and it was somebody, was it last year, mentioned this island, and it's so unknown, and it's like the hidden secret place where like you just don't know it's there, and it's absolutely beautiful and breathtaking. I think it's the same.
And
same
I think
place.
it was the fact that I said to the girls, right, come on, we'll go to this holy island and we'll do some meditation and some yoga and stuff. No, 2 suitcases full of alcohol like that. We get there, and I think alcohol was prohibited.
Oh wow!
So when we turned up to the room, I was like, "Oh my God, you're going to get me barred! Oh my God, I've done the booking. What have you done?" Anyway, we had a ball.
Oh God!
But it was so lovely, and I think it's because you've got the place to yourself, and you think, "Wow,
yeah,
this is amazing."
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, so that one's one
Yeah.
on the
I
top.
think we should probably say that KL stands for Kuala Lumpur.
Sorry, yeah, Kuala Lumpur, yeah. Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia.
KL, LA, all these abbreviations
KL,
that you presume people
It's like
know.
as if it's like I'm like very well travelled. I'm all right travelled. You're definitely well travelled.
But you just presume that people know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you do presume people like know like the lingo like and stuff like that. Like I suppose where else has got like abbreviations? I call New York NY sometimes.
Yeah.
To be honest, I do call that NY. But yeah, there is.
How do you feel about New York? Because I love New York. Some people are not really.
I've not been.
Oh, right, okay.
No, so I just call it like it's always that's again on one of my bucket lists.
Yeah.
I've never been to that side. I say that side, I've been to Mexico.
Yeah.
But obviously that side of the world, I've not been to like America or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just parts of it appeal to me, but others
You've never
I'd
been
rather
drawn
be
to
more Asia side. Like I've always been drawn to that side. So
It is
like I'd love to
beautiful.
go like to Singapore, Hong Kong and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Obviously Japan. Obviously I've been to Thailand a few times and I've done Malaysia. So yeah, them sides I'd probably say more than the opposite. I'd love to go to like Nashville and stuff because I do like country and western.
So I went to Knoxville for Christmas, didn't I?
Oh, wow.
Yes. So my aunt lives in Knoxville, and I'd done the line dancing and everything.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah. What was it like? Is it like what you think it's going to be like when you go to them type of...
Yeah, but she lives in like the Bible Belt. It's like, so in Tennessee, this Knoxville is, it kind of creeped me out a little bit. I hope she's not going to listen to this bit. But there was a part, it was when you go around and they say, have a blessed day. Have you ever seen The Handmaid's Tale?
Yeah.
So people were walking around and going, oh, blessed day. And I was thinking, oh my God, it reminds me. And she said, yeah, they're all church. So we went to midnight mass, which was really lovely. Her local church, it was really nice. But I don't know. It just shows you that the things that you watch have a connection in your brain.
Yeah.
Because these people were lovely.
Yeah.
And because they were saying to me, "Have a blessed day," I was thinking, "Oh my God, Handmaid's Tale." What's going to happen to me?
Yeah. Because you're not used to it. We don't like. There's nothing like that.
If somebody started saying to you, "Have a blessed day," you'd be like, "Oh,
yeah."
They're very,
very, very religious.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's lovely, but it's just not unnerving. It's probably just like it's not familiar.
Yeah.
Like it's a bit like, oh, that's a bit weird because it's not what you like to. It's not what you hear every day. So yeah, I'll probably be exactly the same.
And the
as you.
young people were so polite. Like, "Good day, ma'am," and very polite. "Yes, sir."
Had lovely morals and manners,
and we went to this line dancing place, which is huge, Smoky Joe's, and there was like loads of young people, and they were dancing and. No one was, do you know what I mean? They were just, it was a lovely atmosphere. And I thought, if they had one here, they'd probably be all back being sick,
Yeah.
It was just a different type of.
It's almost like going to another reality.
Yeah. And it's like, British culture isn't great, is it?
No.
When you have been away and you're seeing things, it's like, we do get called Brits abroad because it's not nice to be like that.
No. And we've had conversations about that before, haven't we, to be honest. Yeah, like even when we were in Thailand the end of last year in December, there was not many. Our hotel actually, strangely, it was like on the beach. It was lovely. But it was a French hotel. And I was saying, obviously, before.
Bonjour.
I always go, I say to Lee, like I do, I go, bonjour. Like, and I was talking around, and then I'd hear like French people. And I was like, I hope they don't think I'm French. Because like I'm generally not. But I generally say, like every day I go by the pool, I go, bonjour. Like that to Lee. And we found out that there was like these reps and they were all French going around to certain people around by the pool and on the beach, like getting them to do the activities. And then we found out it was like a French hotel. That was like a French travel agent.
Yeah.
Like, so we have like TUI, don't we? Like that was like a hotel, like French people in there, like what is it, travel agents or whatever, recommended. So like there was literally 1% English people in there. There was a lot of.
I hope you weren't Brits abroad.
No, we definitely wasn't. No. Only had a few pina coladas by the pool. There was literally only a small percentage, and we met this couple. They were absolutely amazing. From sort of Newcastle way, and she overheard us at the beach bar, and like it was like, oh my God, there's an English person. We'd been there like sort of, I think 5 days or 6 days already. They just got there. She's like, oh my God, are you English? And I was like, yeah, and like obviously Scouse. And then she's like, nobody's English, and I was like, no. And it was nice though, because like. Yeah, I just think we do give us a bad rep, like and
the French are.
French can be quite rude as well. To be honest,
so it's like. you know, they have their little...
Yeah, I mean, they were okay, but like some people, when we were at one of the restaurants on the beach, like the way they spoke to one of the waiters, because they asked for a non-alcoholic drink and they didn't really communicate very well, and the way they spoke to the waiter. And if you've been to Thailand, people are the most friendliest. They go out the way. And I was like, wow. And like Lee's joked about moving to France. I mean, it goes between France, Italy and Dubai and everywhere else. And when he was like, is that the French or the rude? And I was like, I did say to you I wasn't joking when like I said, you need to visit France before you buy a property in France, because I've got a feeling you're not going to like it.
And it's I don't know whether, again, it's a culture thing. It's just like... You know, why do you think I'm being rude? I'm just talking. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like in their head, they're probably thinking, I'm not being rude. I'm just saying, why can't you understand me?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it's just their culture,
It's just their culture now, like they perceive things. And it's like everywhere, isn't it? They say like Italians say the French people are Italians in a bad mood. That's what they say sometimes, which, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I mean, I've been to Italy, as you know, a lot of times. I do think they're quite friendly, but I've been to different regions and they can be different in different regions, really. So, like, it just depends where you go. Yeah. And I do think, like you say, traveling, I mean, it's amazing that you've got to go and experience the actual real place, you know, and be in that, like, thick of it, really, where it's like, if I go abroad, you're not really knocking on people's doors. Can I come in and, you know, have a cup of tea? But yeah, it is nice that you've quite lucky to do that. Yeah. That makes sense.
I'm really lucky to have people, genuine, nice friends around the world and family.
You literally do have friends all over the world, and obviously I know it. So why have you got friends all over the world?
So as I mentioned before about Miss World, so the girls, they obviously live in different countries around the world. And then when you're flying, you know, you meet people. And then family. Yeah. Yeah. And it's really funny, actually, because so my son's just been to New York, Harry, the youngest. And before he went, I got married in New York in Central Park.
Wow.
And before he went, my dad turned around and went, oh, yeah, your great-granddad went to New York and he stayed there. And I was like, why don't I know about this? He went, well, we don't mention it because he didn't come back. And your granddad went and met him in the tube station and punched his lights out and said, wow, that's for me and Anne because you never came back.
Because he left it. Wow.
But the story goes, the other side of the story goes, he then turned around after he punched him and went, I gave her money twice to send you over.
And she didn't come. Oh, wow. Okay.
She obviously didn't want to go to New York. She
obviously mustn't have wanted to go.
But yeah, and I was saying to him, how come I don't know about it? And he went, I think they went in the NYPD, love, so I didn't bother telling you.
Why would he not say you could have a whole family in New York?
Well, I have.
Well, you obviously have. Yeah. And then it's absolutely mad that you got married there.
Isn't
like,
it?
You know, that you went there and that's where you got married. Yeah. Wow. And you've got... You know, a whole other life and connection over there.
I always feel when I go there, some people, like I said before, they feel, oh, you know, you're going to New York and the people aren't as friendly. And I said, I've always had a really, really good experiences every time I've been there. I mean, we used to go there a lot when I worked for British Airways. So that's why we ended up getting married. So we're sat on the table and we used to go to this bar. And my partner used to come with me because you get staff travel.
Yeah. Takes the job.
Yeah, and we were sat in this Italian, it's like a American Italian place. And there was a lady who was the server turned around to us, her name was Star. And she turned around and she went, when are you two going to get married? Because we've been together for about 10 years. And I said, it's a bit, my mum and dad are separate and I just don't think I'd like them to get them in the church. You know, I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings and, you know, Anthony's mum's on her own and blah, blah, blah. And she went, get married here. I'll organise it all for you. And I was like, what? So anyway, we took her up on it.
Yeah.
She organised all the wedding. We just brought our witnesses over. And then on the plane, I was like, oh, we haven't got a photographer. And there was a guy on the plane.
No.
Who was a photographer.
Wow.
And he said, I'll do it.
No.
And he done all, and at the time, it was really quite modern.
Yeah.
You know, like the pictures were really like modern, but he loved it because it was part of his catalogue to say, portfolio that he'd done this wedding and the pictures were amazing. However, I'm not with him anymore.
Oh, we won't talk about that one. We'll leave that one
we'll
there.
leave that one out.
We'll leave that one there on the table. But like, that is amazing. Like, we believe in, obviously, synchronicities and things like that. Like, that is like a little, like, synchro, isn't it? Like, there's the universe giving you that little photographer there. I love that story. That is amazing. Be nice to do your family tree, I suppose, and to see what...
Since my dad said that, I'm kind of thinking... Yeah, I think I might.
Yeah, it's like an itch you got to scratch. Like, I'm actually intrigued now. I want to know.
Yeah,
and obviously, there's always been that pull to go back there, you know, and things like that. Talking about going back to, obviously, your Miss World. So, how did you get into Miss World?
So,
that's a big thing, by the way. So, you should be very proud of yourself achieving that. Can we just say that?
Well, in those days, so basically, I was doing a bit of modelling and I'd done a bit of catalogue work and things like that, and then I was working in a dress shop called Peter Lewis because I really loved fashion. I was like, I love travelling, fashion and things like that. So me and one of my really good friends, I'm sure my dad put me in for it because you won 1,500, which is a lot of money in those days.
That was a lot of money. Yeah.
So he was going, I'll put you in for it. You go on like that. And I was like, the next thing is I'm trotting along the stage going, oh. And
wow.
It was in so me and my friend who's now my sister-in-law, we used to do dancing in the place where it was, so it was very familiar with me, and I'd done fashion shows and things, so I felt really at ease, and there was no sort of pressure on me. I just thought, I'll go and see what happens, and then the next thing you're in Miss World, and I was like, wow. Oh my god,
wow.
So we done 3 weeks in Marbella,
wow,
and we done 2 weeks in London. And we stayed in the Tara in Kensington, and we have become lifelong friends. You know, you're 5 weeks with these girls, getting to know each other and everything. But my mum kept all the newspaper clippings and everything like that, and the telegrams. We used to get telegrams in those days. You know, of people saying, "Hope you do well and good luck" and things like that. And there was the family at home back in the allotment, they hired a room in a hotel and everyone came to watch it. And I still get people coming to me now because I wasn't there, obviously, and they go, I watched you in the Miss World. And I was like, oh, did you? And they went, yeah, we had the room. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. People are just lovely.
Yeah. That's so nice, though, because you're obviously from the Isle of Man.
Yeah.
So that's like a big thing for them, isn't it? That you got to do that.
Because it's such a small place.
A small place. Yeah. And like, that's like they really probably... I can imagine it to be a very community-felt island.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
Everyone was proud of you.
They were.
Because it's like, you know, that you're flying the flag for them, isn't it, really?
Yeah. And it was the last one to be televised, because after that it sort of pulled the plug because a lot of people were not happy of ladies walking on stage with swimsuits on and things.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. It
changed, yeah. If you think about it now, a lot of women find it degrading and things, and I loved it.
I was going to say, did you enjoy it yourself? Did you feel like you were...
And there was no pressure on me because the people were like, where's the Allotment? You know, so I shared a room with Miss Ireland, and I was like, so you've heard me talk. So I don't say their names. I'm like, so Miss Ireland and Miss Bermuda, Miss Barbados. Yeah. So I shared a room with Miss Ireland. She was up for the crack.
Yeah.
But I was only really young. I was only like 17. Yeah, just turning 18. So I obviously didn't drink or anything.
Yeah.
She was a lot older than me. So she was like, should we just go out? And I was like, I don't think we're supposed to be doing this.
Were you quite good? I'm a bit like that though. I'm not like a rule breaker really.
Well, I was thinking, I'm representing the Isle of Man.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, don't worry about it. Nobody knows me. Yeah. And I was like, oh, she's got a point. And then when they interviewed us and they went, so all these Miss Venezuela, they get trained before they go into the competition.
Really?
So they're trained like models and trained beauty pageant. There's loads so these girls have all been doing beauty pageants, so they know what they're meant to say.
Yeah.
So it comes to me and they said, so what would you do if you want to know? Oh, take all my friends on holiday.
Probably say the same.
You know, not save the world or world poverty or anything. I was like, I'd book a holiday for me and my friends. What? And then they're like, "Court, no, you can't say that, Victoria." And I was like,
really? They said like, yeah, you can't.
That's what I do.
Well, it is. It's always the like miscongeniality.
Yeah.
It's like, we want world peace.
And I have learned, like the Miss World organisation, they do so much. That they've got their beauty with purpose. They do so much for women all over the world, and I didn't know that at the time. So I was just some girl from the Isle of Man going in a beauty contest. I didn't have a clue about what went into it, and I was very, very privileged to see the other side of it. And I went to Julia Morley's MBA. I think I'm getting it wrong, but she got awarded.
Yeah.
So I went to the party a couple of years ago. So a few of the Miss World girls went, and you've seen all. I understand it now because I'm older, and they've made millions. And it showed you all, these girls that haven't got books and pens and sanitary towels or anything. Yeah. So it showed you where all the money that they raise. She's such an incredible woman, and I just felt really privileged to be there. Yeah. Because I wasn't that 17-year-old that was like, I want to go out on holiday with me mates.
Yeah. Did you go on holiday with your mates?
I did.
Yeah. And it's like you say, the things that they do is like amazing. Like it's not. Like it's mad to say like you were the last televised one, and then the whole thing changed, and now like society's changed and perceived. And I think that they don't, like, I didn't know that, you think they do well, like, and they've raised money, but like obviously you say they've done so much for people, and like they do the actual people that win Miss Worlds do obviously then go on to doing a lot themselves, don't they, I believe.
Linda, who won while I was in Miss Iceland, Linda's Pisser's daughter, she's got her own business. She's a life coach.
Oh wow, amazing.
She does what you do.
Oh, amazing.
And she does podcasts and things like that. So she's done really well. She's got loads of followers. But she went through, a rocky time as well. And I think sometimes you have to go through those rocky times to appreciate. We're true believers of being thankful, aren't we?
Yeah,
and grateful for everything we have. And I think if you give out, I'll give you a little example. So I've just been really I think I'm a really lucky person.
Yeah, I think so. But I don't think you've had an easy ride, though, to be kind to yourself.
So I had that rough bit and doubts and things. But did I tell you about the competitions I enter?
No.
So about 3 years ago, I started entering these competitions, and I won one at Limestone Manor. And then we had a five-star Michelin star, I should say, chef, Michael Caines.
Oh, wow.
And I had to stay for the night. So that was a freebie. And then the one after that was a week in Mallorca.
Oh.
Yeah. So again, in the competitions, and got the email sent, and it was like, you've won. And I was thinking, is this a scam? And then I rang them up, and then I rang them back. And because I was thinking, this has got to be right. But anyway, so a week in Mallorca. And then this year was the Stratford-upon-Avon. And then last week I won tickets for Macbeth in the Playhouse in Chester. And this week I got invited to it wasn't a competition, but the Prima Facie, which I was absolutely with Jodie Comer. So I just feel like, because I'm so grateful for things that I get, I just feel like I'm really lucky, because I think you do give out that energy, you get it back.
We've said that, haven't we? Like the frequency of what you give out, like, we've, like, with what you're saying, like, that is so true. Like, if you live in gratitude and you just feel forever grateful, I do believe that good things come to good people as well. And like we've said it loads of times before, haven't we? You are what you think. And, and I do think, everyone will be like, what was she entering? People are like, we'll add it in the show notes. What is it? We'll get on it. But I do think it's important, though, to your mindset. If you're in a good place in your mind and you think, you are in that gratitude space and you're putting that frequency out there, good things do come. And I think when you're in such a low vibration, and we've all been there, we've all had like tough times, it's like you're in that negative headspace, and like nothing's good, like, or nothing happens good. Or
I remember going to a retreat when I just split up from my husband, and I remember the lady, it was my cousin actually, and she was and she said, now, exactly what you said, you've got it, what you give out, you get back. And I was thinking, well, I didn't ask for this.
Yeah.
I didn't put it out there. I didn't say, oh, I want this. Nobody in the right mind would ask for that. But I was in a very negative place. So I was waking up going, oh, why is this happening to me? Oh, I don't know how I can see a way out of it. instead of going, well, what can I learn from this?
Yeah.
And I've still got a roof over my head. I've got 2 beautiful, healthy children.
Yeah.
So I was thinking of all that, oh God, what's going to happen? And it just makes you stay in that place. So the more you start thinking you see the grumpy people walking around, oh, it's only happened to me.
Yeah, that's it. They're in
like,
that self-pity mode.
Yeah.
And it's so hard, like, and we've had it where I've had like friends or wherever people, are in that negative headspace, and you give them as much encouragement as you can, but you're the only one that can change.
Yeah.
You've got the power within yourself. You can't like wait for meet a fella to save the day, or for the best job to land on your plate to save you. Like, you've literally got to save yourself. And like you say, you're not asking for it, but when you're in that headspace, as you say, you see people. You see people walking around and they're just so negative, and they just go, "Oh, poor me," and they're in that mindset, and they will never ever unless they see it. But if they stay in that, they'll never attract good things into their life.
It's that they find a problem for every solution, don't they?
Oh, don't start me on that one. They're the negative Nellies. Yes. I've mentioned it on this before. Yeah. So yeah, as you say, they literally find a problem for every solution.
Oh, well, why don't you do this? And I tried that, didn't work.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
tried that, didn't work. How long did you try it for?
Yeah. Did you actually try it? Did you give it a go? Probably not.
No, the thought entered their mind, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, that didn't work.
It does annoy me. Like, people think things come easy to people. Like, some people might look at your life and go, wow, she's got everything, and like, you've had the best
It's
life.
all right for you.
Yeah, it's all right for you. But you've had to work hard. Yeah. Like, your life's not been easy. Like, you've gone through, as I know, like, ups and downs and stuff. But noticing obviously that time when you were getting divorced, what was it that made you like just snap? Like, was it that realization of just being like, oh, hang on?
It was, I had to be a nice person to be around my children.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to be that mum that was always miserable and crying, and the mum that was moody. Yeah. So I was like, I need to get out of this for my children, because I don't want them to see me like that.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's when they go to bed, but they can still pick up on your vibe. Yeah. You can just pick up on it. It was like, and I thought, for them, I need to change the way I am and be a bit more positive.
Yeah. And did that happen like overnight? Or was it like a gradual thing?
It's definitely a gradual thing, like chipping away. And now when I go to things like, go to breath work, and you can see people like snotting, crying, and they're like, oh, wow. And that never happened to me because I'd done it gradually. I just done it little by little. But now I just couldn't imagine my life without all those nice things to do, like without the meditation or without breath work or anything like that. I mean, I like to dance and stuff. Yeah. I like to have fun. But it's nice to be able to have that, to just go back to have the ability to do that when you need it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's such a good lesson for someone obviously listening, if they are going through divorce, that it isn't like an overnight thing, it is a gradual thing. And I think it's amazing how you've just explained that. It literally is like slow little steps, isn't it, really? And because some people, like, I mean, obviously I'm not married and I'm not divorced, but I could imagine it to be, I mean, I've obviously split up from a long-term relationship, and it's like a part of grief you go through that I think people don't like. You mourn that relationship, and there's like 5 stages to grief in any form. And I think some people don't understand that unless they've been through it, but it definitely is like a form of grief. And people go, and I remember actually someone saying to me when I broke up from a long-term partner, even though it was the right thing and the best thing I ever did, but at that time you've got to sort of mourn that time that they were in. And it was a lady who said to me, you're mourning, it's like the loss of something. I know they're still alive, but you're actually mourning the loss of somebody.
The relationship.
Yeah.
And you see young ones now at age, you become more sort of, oh God, if I'd only known that then.
Yeah.
So you see the young ones and you can see them, getting really upset about the fact that there's no... And if it happened to you now, you just go, oh, well, they're lost. Do you know what I mean? You're so sort of...
You're so like, you are right, isn't it? It is wisdom,
when
isn't
you think
it?
About what you used to worry about.
Yeah.
Oh, what if they don't like me? What if they don't really... When you get older, you're like, well, if they don't like me,
I know, and it gets better and better as you get older, doesn't it? Like, if what you know in your like your teens to your 20s to your 30s, and obviously now I'm in my 40s, it is that thing where you think, It's not that you don't care. It's not necessarily that, but you just think it doesn't really. It doesn't.
Don't let it hurt you anymore,
Yeah.
or you can control it more, and
Yeah.
you know you have the ability. However, there's things you can't control when you go through menopause.
That's probably
like
true.
brain
Yeah.
fog.
Oh God, yeah, that's a real thing, isn't it? I'm pretty sure I'm perimenopausal.
Yeah.
Can't even say that word.
It's just the most. So because I've always done meditation
Yeah.
and breath work and things, when you get that, oh my God, feeling of I can't remember, I actually thought I'm going to have to go to the doctor and get tested for Alzheimer's, because I thought, how do you not know that? You know, when you just yeah. And that's when I went on the courses, because I thought I've got to keep my brain going.
Yeah.
And I'm doing an upholstery course next month.
Oh, wow, yeah. I was going to say, for other people, obviously, I know what courses you do. What courses
so
have you done?
the horticultural courses, and learn how to ride a tractor and things at this age. And
You're an air hostess.
Yeah.
You can ride a tractor.
Yeah.
You know, now you're learning to what?
An upholstery course.
Upholstery
because
course.
I went into Tasker's, which is a place that do furniture here.
Yeah.
And I went in and I thought, oh, I like those headboard. You know, the ones that are against the wall that go all the way along. And I thought, I'm going to make that.
Yeah.
And so, and then I thought, do you know what? I'm going to do an upholstery course so I can do it properly.
Yeah.
And then I can do, anything else that I need to do as well. So, yeah.
We're very similar like that, but for people that don't know, we're both Capricorns.
Yes.
And we have a lot of similarities, don't we, me and you? It's quite, I'd be like that. I go, I'm going to go and I mean, I probably wouldn't go on the course necessarily because I do too many things at the minute. I probably haven't got time, but I would probably if I did. And then I'd have a go. I'd buy a board, I'd buy the sponge, I'd buy the materials, and I'd just be like, yeah.
I thought I was going to do that, but then I thought, no, I'm going to learn how to do it properly.
I like that. Yeah. And you will, though. You will do that.
And, definitely.
Because I do think it's important to, like you say, keep your mind active.
Yeah.
But not necessarily keep your mind active. It's like about doing different things. Like you can do it, like go and do that as a little course. Like I know a friend who wants to do jewellery making. I'm like, just go and book the course. Just go and do it, if that's what you want to do. And she's going to do it. But, like little things like that, why wait?
Because I'm gonna be the grandma that goes, I can do that. Come here, love. Let me show you.
I think you would be the best nan because you would literally just like, I think you would be so cool because you just, as we said, you've lived a very colourful life, but I think you've got so many strings to your bow that you've achieved so well that you just like, you'd be amazing to give so many gifts to them kids. Like you say, you've got family all over the world, you've got friends all over the world, you've well travelled, and taking all them nuggets from us, of how people are. Like I do think you absorb sort of things from other cultures, if that makes sense. I think you become
more understanding as well, because you do understand that that is a culture thing.
Yeah.
Don't take offence by it because somebody's done that. That's just, that let them.
Yes, the lovely Mel Robbins.
It's just like, them. They're not the same as you. It doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah.
I've never read the book.
No, I've not read the book. I've just seen.
But I want to read it at some point. I get it when people say it because it's why do you let it bother you? Just it's the way they are.
Yeah, I'm like that now. I just don't let there's sometimes maybe I'd be lying if I didn't, but I'm a lot better than I was. And I think it does come with your age. You just get to the point where you're just like, let them.
Yeah.
And it is, and it's very much, it's them. Like I say, and we've said this before, like you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. And that's all right. And if you remember on one of my retreats that you were on, and was it the other Vic? She said, I said, you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And she was like, that's because you're champagne.
Yeah. I was just about to say the champagne. There's another story. There was a lady who I met recently and I love her.
Yeah.
So she is, I'd say, I didn't ask her age, obviously.
Yeah.
I'd say late 70s. So, and she, we got chatting and she said, I get up every day, because she looked lovely. She said, I get up every day and I get dressed and I go for a walk and I'll have something to do, but I usually meet friends to eat.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, that must be expensive going out to eat every day. And she went, the only thing that's in my fridge is champagne.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She's champagne for celebration, in case, for a celebration. She said, because the reason why I don't have food in my fridge, because that makes me get up, get dressed and go out the door.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you don't know,
powerful, isn't it? Because I thought, wow, yeah. So you have to get up and get out. I mean, kids nowadays use Uber Eats, but she gets up, she gets dressed, and she goes and meets somebody for a coffee, and
Yeah.
and that only has what she needs for that day, because then you get up the next day and there's nothing in. You get up, you get dressed, and you go out.
Oh, I absolutely love that.
Isn't that lovely?
That's so nice because
It really hit me.
Yeah.
I can see it with you as well.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, like that's so powerful. Like obviously a lady of that age, and no one knows what we're going to be like at that point.
Yeah.
But that's an amazing bit of life advice.
Yeah.
Like to think that that's what she does.
Because if it's raining outside, you could quite easily go, oh,
Exactly. Yeah,
I'm just going to get a duvet. She's like, no. I get up and I get dressed and I go out.
Wow. I need to get that
Only
lazy
enough
on.
for each day.
What?
Only have enough for each day. Do you know what I mean? I mean, she might go to the shop, but she'll only have enough for for that night, because the next day she knows she's got to go out and get something else.
Wow. And I think that's such a good life lesson in terms of consumerism. Like we are so like in a society now where everybody wants more, and like the overindulge and the over, and we all do. Like I love this cake,
A lot of waste.
but there's so much waste, and I was doing it. Like my partner works away the majority of the week. Bethany, my sister who lives with us, she's bloody never in really, and she only eats beige food, as you know. So like it's just the stuff I was buying, it would just get thrown out because the dates on it and stuff like that. So I've gone like literally back to basics, and I get like an organic box of veg delivered now by Riverford, which are brilliant, and just go back to get the meat in and just get what we need. And I'm like reducing more, but like that's such an amazing way,
isn't it,
to look at it.
And she just looks fabulous.
Bet you she does.
Makes the effort. Because she's a lot of people. So the lady that I work with at the moment, she should be retired and she hasn't. And I'm like, what? What? Why are you here?
Yeah.
She can afford to retire. And she says, because I like coming in for the social. I was thinking of other things to do.
No, yeah. I could think I've got about 10 more destinations around the world that I need to go to.
I don't get it. But I do, because she lives on, well, she's a daughter lives with, but she hasn't got a partner. So for her, it's the social life. But I'd rather have the bottle of champagne in the fridge and go out every day and eat.
I know, yeah, exactly, yeah. I'm definitely more on that side for sure.
Yeah.
I know I don't get that. I mean, I get it for her, but for me, I'm pretty much the same as you.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know whether I'd necessarily ever retire. I'd always probably do some form of coaching or some helping people, or I'd have something on the go, or it generally would be like, as I say, travel.
Get up, walk, go for it. If you're living in a nice country, go for a walk along the beach, do your yoga.
So much to do.
Go and buy your food for the night. Just be that woman with the bottle of champagne in the fridge.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, I do have champagne in the house, but we did put a bottle in the fridge the other day, went out for a drink, and we were going to come back and drink it, and then we didn't, and it's gone back on the shelf now because I needed the fridge space.
Occasion,
it's for special occasions, yeah. We did have actually an argument over Christmas about champagne, but I won't go into that. It was quite funny. Lee was like, what are you waiting for to open these bottles of champagne? Like the £300 bottles of champagne that I was gifted, and I'm like, well, I don't know. So now, obviously, as I said to you earlier, we're moving house, so it will get then. So I was like, all right, I'll open it then, but anyway. Yeah. So yeah, I do like that idea. But the I was just going to say something then before the champagne.
This is where the perimenopause comes in.
Yeah, this is what I mean. You're like, oh my God, the brain fog. And I think people need to realise that's quite a normal thing as well. Like, don't worry about forgetting things.
Yeah. Because not like I did and panic and thought I was getting.
Well, that's okay. Like, even if you did, like, people should feel like they can go to the doctors. I just think society now, there's so much pressures on people. People are spinning a million different plates. The brain is overconsumed with so much. So the brain is completely different to how we were working when we were when I was in my 20s, and the same for yourself. So it's not necessarily, obviously, brain and maturity in perimenopause, but there is elements of it that we're socially surrounded by completely different environments. Yeah. So that will affect you.
And it's going to affect the next generation, because they're going to have, they're instant, everything's instant, isn't it? Yeah. And they don't have to go to the library to go and get a book to learn something. It's all just, I do it myself. Don't know anything, I'll just have a look.
I know, and that was the thing. Your brain would work because you would have to think.
Have to research.
You couldn't like Google anything because there was no Google.
Yeah.
You would have to literally think, like I do think now. When I was in uni, we had to go to the library. Yeah. You had to go. And I used to joke, like, I'd look on Wikipedia and like, I remember one of my friends, Pippa, was actually said to me, that's not real, Natalie, like Wikipedia is not real. And I was like, oh, because obviously computers at the time, like I thought that was like a source of information. No, it's not actually real half, because obviously you can doctor Wikipedia, I didn't know. But we would have to go to a library
and
to get books,
up.
to write your essays and submit your
for
everything.
Your research, now you're just researching an instant.
And your brain's not like, my granddad used to say to me, I always remember him asking to help me with my maths homework. I was like, have you got a calculator, Granddad? And he was like, your calculator's in your brain. Yeah. And I was always quite good at maths, not the best at English. And I think it was because of my granddad used to be like, no, you need to use your brain. Yeah. And like you say, the next generations that are coming down, I do wonder.
It's quite scary, isn't it?
Yeah, it is scary. I do wonder what sort of path it's going to go down. It's
the instant thing as well, because, you know, like you joke about, They take pictures and they take about 20, and you'd be like, my whole camera reel would have gone, and I would have had to go into Max Spielberg, get them delivered, and thumbs and fingers and feet.
Loved it.
And it was the excitement of getting it and waiting, and you know, like running home on a Sunday to see what was in the top 10 charts. You know,
Top of the Pops was Life on a Friday, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you'd if you missed it, you're like, oh God, I've missed it.
Because there was no record, no fast forward, rewind.
Not until the VHS came in.
Yeah. Oh, the videos.
But at the time, you were like, it was like things were more special. Because it was, you know, you made the effort to do it. It wasn't just at the fingertips.
Yeah.
I just think, where do they get their excitement from now?
The dopamine hits like instant now, and it's not the same. It is. But I have just remembered, it just pinged into my head. It was when we were talking about that elderly lady, well, obviously the mature lady, she would say, who has that amazing philosophy of going out. And obviously you said she was very glam and she made an effort. I do think it's important to make an effort. And I was watching, or should I say I was listening to one of Davina McCall's interview in Prue Lee. You know, I didn't know she was actually a chef, but she's a food critic, the one that was on the Bake Off. And she's in her 80s now. She's very glamorous.
Yes.
And she was basically saying, obviously, the older we get, because she wears a lot of colour and, like, she's very vibrant. Yes. And, you know, she's, like, lived her life like she's still young-spirited. I think she's 86 or 87. I was shocked when I realised how what the age she was.
She carries herself.
Because she carries herself with such
grace. And
you
expect people to be like, you know, rushing over at that age.
No, when she wasn't.
And you're still, And
I thought it was an amazing episode, because it just was like, again, her life was amazing, and I was shocked at her age. And, you know, but like you say, you get up every day, and then you've got obviously that motivation to put something amazing, and you feel so much better when you put like a nice outfit on and you dress a little bit. It does uplift your mood.
So I went to Dollywood when I was in America.
Oh wow.
And Dolly Parton, that's what she said.
Yeah.
She says, oh, you know, you've got to show up. Yeah. And she was, I think it was her 80th birthday.
Something like that, I think she is.
It's all the glam and the, you know, making the effort. And I think nowadays as well, we're all into like leisure suits. You know, just singing around baggy clothes, and it doesn't encourage you to
make the effort.
No, because they're so comfy.
They are so comfy, and I never owned a pair of trainees up until lockdown, really. I don't think. I was always in heels. Anyone that knows me, I used to always wear big heels for work. And when I went down to like flats on the odd day, like not much, but like, and then when lockdown happened,
comfy,
my calves would hurt because I was flat and my feet were so used to being in heels all the time. And people go, I don't know how you wear them all the time, but it was like my feet were trained to wear heels. And now I'm slowly going back into them, and I'm like, you know, and I feel so much better. But I don't know, everyone, you know, if they want to wear comfies, it's fine. But I do feel like we've lost a bit of the glamour and like the old school style. And I feel like hopefully it'll come back, or maybe it's just with age, you start wearing what you want to wear.
Yeah.
I think that is an element of it, really, isn't it? Well, obviously, going back to, obviously, you've been through like a massive, like different careers and things like that. What's the one career that you absolutely loved? And is there any sort of regrets that you didn't go into something that
I did absolutely love working in the airlines. I used to get my roster and go, where am I going? Or you could bid for places, and it was just... And then you could bid to work with people as well.
Wow. Okay.
So it was like, oh my God, I'm going to this place with one of my really good friends.
Oh.
Because she'd be, you know.
Yeah.
So I loved that. But it just become really tired and I couldn't leave my boys.
Oh, yeah.
So that was my favourite.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still feel like I don't know how I went on I do know how I went on the spiritual path to heal myself.
Yeah.
So I do like that, but I don't like. When I was teaching yoga, didn't mention that, did I?
No.
So I love the classes, but I wanted to be in it.
It's like you do a lot of things that you love to do.
Yeah.
Because you want, as you
Wanted
say,
to do
you
it
want
myself.
to do it yourself.
So when I was teaching, I'd be going, oh, I want to, I want to be the one that's lying there just thinking of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So yeah, I prefer. I don't think I need to work. I think I just need to do these things. And
I used to be like, when I was younger, I'd say, I want to be an actress because I want to do so many things. So I'm just going to act them all out. I used to joke to my mum because I literally had so many different careers I wanted. And then I did used to joke. I mean, I did do an A-level in theatre studies and drama, but it was just a funny one. Yeah, I used to say like,
you can be whoever you want to be today.
Anyone, and it would be dead fun, and and things like that. So it is mad, isn't it? What you think when you were younger and stuff, and how
you
it
do tend to
transpires.
go into things that you want to do or you like.
I hope people do, and that's what I was going to say. Like, if you'd had like a bit of advice or what you'd say to somebody, going into a career in maybe airlines or in something like, what bit of advice would you give?
People always think, oh, what about my family? What about, or what about this? What about that? If you really want to do something, do it. If you don't like it, leave.
Yeah.
You're just that employee. They're not going to be bothered whether you leave or not. I'm sorry to say that, but it's true.
Yeah.
Obviously people will miss you if it's a small company.
Yeah.
But if you want to do something, just give it a go.
Yeah.
What have you got to lose?
Exactly, yeah. I think
just get another job.
Well,
There's plenty out
honestly,
there.
and it really is, isn't it? It's like, I do, and I say that, I think, as I said on this podcast a million times, you're not a tree, you're not stuck.
Yeah.
And you can move. And I think that's the most important lesson you can probably pass on to somebody. I'm going to ask you to complete something in the book. Obviously, I know you just get a bit of advice, but we basically ask each guest to either your favourite quote or a bit of wisdom or a bit of like a piece of something that you've gone through or you want to pass on to the next guest. No one reads it.
Okay.
You don't have to stress about it. Just write in your own time. But yeah, if you want to...
The thing that's just popped straight into my head is we're here for a good time, not a long time.
Oh my God, my mum used to say that all the time. How weird is that?
I honestly think, we're not here for long. And before you know it, you're, I don't want to be at the age where I can't do stuff because, like, you just don't know what's going to happen with you. Well, I do know because I'm going to be healthy for the rest of my life.
Exactly.
But do you know what I'm saying? It's like, so that's why I kind of, like yourself, not retire as in retire. I want to have a flow of income.
Yeah.
However, I want it to be something like that I like doing.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like you're having to work at it.
It's like you're not working, you're doing something you enjoy, and that's not work.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I wish more people would look to do what they enjoy
I think
doing.
people worry about them. They think, oh, well, I need that money for the bills.
Yeah.
And you can get that money by doing something else.
Yeah. You just gotta have a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I always say, like you said earlier on, abundance flows where your intention goes.
Yeah.
And, when you start putting things out there, I can't like hammer home to people how your life can change just by changing your mindset and changing your thought pattern and how you think, and like good things and come to you and you think, oh God, that's a bit crazy. That's happened or that's happened. And, and then you start to like get on this momentum and once one little thing starts changing, you then start
But you do have to say it every day. You have to have that mindset of, if you're in a bad mood, just go, I mean, we all have bad days.
Yeah, of course we do.
But just get through that day. And at the end of the day, there's got to be something that you're thankful for.
Yeah.
There's got to be something.
Yeah.
It might be the fact that you actually, went into the shop and there was just that water that you want. Or anything.
Yeah.
Something small.
Yeah.
There's something that was good that day if you're having a bad day.
Yeah, I agree. And I think if you've got a negative thought, replace it with 2 positive ones. And that's how, like, I try and change my mindset, like when I have a down day or...
And it's not easy.
No, God, it's not easy at all. Like, it really isn't.
But it becomes easier.
It definitely does become easier, for sure. Because I do think, people think it is easy, and I'm like, no, it's not. It's a choice,
Yeah.
and that is it. But yeah, I would like to say thank you for coming on and
Thank you
sharing
for
your
inviting
amazing
me.
stories. And yeah, if you want to obviously write in the book,
I will.
And yeah, thank you again.
Thank you.
Thanks. It really does mean the world to me that you like and subscribe this channel. It is a mission of mine that I want to get out there. So thank you so much for sharing, and thank you so much for your support. It really does mean a lot. So thank you.